Hey, before we get into this week's episode, our Black Friday sale is now live at thegardenstate.com. Hey, you're looking to get Christmas gifts, but you're a little bit behind schedule already because guess what? Christmas is just like 3.5 weeks away, 4 weeks away.
Oh my gosh.
Something like that.
5
weeks away?
I don't know.
Math. It's hard.
Got to get your shopping done.
If you have a special someone in your life that, you know, they're fashionable, they like high fashion, they like good quality garments, they like to also live in New Jersey, stop by thegardenstate.com, get a hat, sweater, t-shirt, stickers. Guess what? If you spend more than $25, we're throwing in a Garden State flag.
For free.
Free of charge.
Oh, yeah.
And shipping is free on every order. Head over to thegardenstate.com, buy some merch, support the program, support the movement, support what's happening right here in the Garden State. Josh.
Love the ad read, Josh.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. Appreciate you guys. Let's get into the episode.
Hey, this is Jersey. You're listening to the Garden State.
You're listening to The Garden State, the only New Jersey podcast that gives you all the news you need to hear this week. My name is Josh Silvo.
I'm Josh Chomik.
And I'm Jimmy Parks.
Welcome back, everyone. It is officially Wednesday, November 27th. You're listening to this on Friday. Tomorrow, though, for us is Thanksgiving.
It feels like Christmas Eve right now, brother.
It does feel like Christmas Eve. It is nice. I'm trying to find the applause button here. There we go. Thanksgiving. It does feel a little bit like Christmas Eve. I love the feeling the night before a holiday.
Something about the cold, crisp air, traffic everywhere. It's madness.
That's just because you live in Union County.
Listen, there's a lot of counties in Jersey like that. But today I was stuck in so much traffic just to get out of my town. I was freaking out. But then I remembered it's Thanksgiving Eve. How can I be upset?
You got so much
It's
to
the
be
most
thankful
wonderful
for.
time of year.
You know, I said to Josh today, we went to, we'll talk about it in a second. We went on a little journey together, and I was driving somewhere in Union County, and I said to him, this is why I can't live in Union County anymore. We've overdeveloped, and every town it's happening to. We talk about this all the time. We beat it like a dead horse.
It's true.
All these apartments going up everywhere, and I seriously think that the state didn't account for all the traffic, or maybe they did and they just didn't care.
It took us like 15 minutes to go a mile.
They've destroyed nice little suburban towns with apartment complexes. And don't get me wrong, like, you know, we need more housing in Jersey. We got to figure it out. But I just think that building in these little towns that weren't built for all these apartments is a disaster.
Yeah,
that's my hot take to start the podcast.
We got to get
off.
out west, man.
I'm moving.
Where it's nice and
I'm
open.
going. I'm heading to Sussex County, so.
Really? Sussex?
Maybe.
I thought you were
Hunterdon.
more of a Hunterdon guy.
I like Hunterdon. I like even Somerset. Parts of Somerset are nice.
Somerset's
I forget
great.
that Somerset exists a lot of the time.
Taxes are a bit lower than Union. But nonetheless, we have a jam-packed episode. We have 5 awesome stories. We have 4 mailbags and a partridge in a pear tree. But so before we do any of that, let's do a little weekend recap. What do you say?
Let's do it.
And we can also, after the weekend recap, talk about any Thanksgiving plans in relation to the Garden State that we're going to be having. So,
yes.
Weekend recap. Josh and I, not the weekend, but today, took a trip to Newark, New Jersey.
For Josh's annual Thanksgiving Eve trip to Nostos. And I had to tag along. It was my first time ever going. Josh hyped it up so much. He always talks about it in the pod. So I was like, I have to check it out. Also wanted to film a video while we were there. And it was sweet.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, Nostos is an old world. On the side, it says Old World Desserts. It's an old world ice cream shop that's was founded 85 years ago.
Crazy.
And it's so iconic that in The Sopranos, Tony Soprano has a flashback to his childhood where his dad brings him home Nostos ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a little callback from that show to Jersey, the Jersey heritage. But we decided to stop by because last year we posted a video about it, not thinking anything of it, not thinking it was going to get a lot of views. It was just a funny story I told about it's my tradition. And it got like almost 500,000 views.
It blew up. And Nostos saw it.
It got a crazy amount of views. So then they messaged us the other day like, hey, you got to come back. And I'm like, well, even if you didn't message me, I'm coming back because it's just my tradition. And we stopped by. We met Frank Nosto III.
His grandfather started Nostos in 1939. And now he's here running the business. And he was the nicest dude.
He was awesome. Salt of the earth.
He took us around the whole entire place, showed us behind the scenes what's going on, took us into the giant fridge in the back.
Yep.
And then hooked us up with some T-shirts and some tiramisu.
Yeah, I mean that fridge is huge.
It was cold.
That's a real fridge.
It was amazing.
And but yeah, if you're looking for a little holiday treat, not a sponsored thing here, just really like the people over there. Stop by
Stop at
Nastos.
Nastos, man.
Really, really great.
Or even if you just want some ice cream, walk in.
Yeah, you want to. In the summertime, it's fun. We get ice cream over there. It's a good time. But anything we're missing on that little story there, Josh?
Lorenzo came.
Visited
Little
us.
little Jamesy.
And that was pretty much it.
Yeah, it was awesome. The video should be coming out. I think I'm going to post it tomorrow for Thanksgiving because
Yes.
it's a nice vibe. It's a beautiful vibe to it. So if you're listening to the podcast, the video is probably out. And if it's not out, that means I'm posting it today on Friday. So depends.
Okay.
I got to figure out the posting schedule, but happy Thanksgiving to all. I'm very thankful for everyone listening to the podcast. Want to just say that.
Yeah.
The people listening are the reason we're doing this.
141 weeks in.
141 weeks in, Jimmy. That's crazy.
Hey, question. What's the Christopher Nolan movie where the timelines cross?
Not Tenet.
Maybe it's Tenet.
Or is it Intercessor? What?
Interstellar?
Interstellar. Intercessor. Interstellar?
That's a good name for a band.
Oh, no, not the dream one.
I don't know. You're not,
Steven, which one is it?
I think it's Tenet, where the timelines loop and they cross. That's kind of how I feel. Oh, Memento too. He has a lot of movies with time. All of them, I guess. But that's how I feel when you're like, on Tuesday, today's Thursday, you're going to be listening on Wednesday. It's like, what timeline are we living on?
Welcome to my head.
Am I in their head or my head right now? Like, what is going on?
I want them to be in my head, in my space.
Yeah, but sorry, that was a little ADD, but you were talking about something there.
141 episodes, brother.
We have not stopped, and we will never stop. I told Josh that we're going to the wheels fall off.
Yeah, we really are.
And I feel like we're chipping away. We've been chipping this hole in the earth, and soon enough, we're going to strike a diamond. And we are going to make a lot of money. Like enough money to get houses in Chester.
Listen, brother, it's not about the money, but at the end of the day, it's all about the money. All right?
Money's what it's about. The pleasure.
The pleasure.
Man, it's good. We're gonna figure it out.
But yeah, seriously,
at some
hey,
point.
listen, we got to be thankful for everyone listening to the podcast. I'm thankful for you, Josh.
Yeah.
Look at me. Thankful for you,
Thankful
brother.
for you, brother. It's good doing this podcast.
Jimmy's hiding his face from me like always, but Jimmy, I'm thankful for you.
I'm thankful for you too.
I'm thankful for the ex-Jersey resident in the room today, our friend Steven. Thank you for stopping by, Steven.
Our
you want
new
to check
intern.
Steven left New Jersey 7 years ago to live in New York City. Out of his mind.
Before any of us had an Instagram handle related to New Jersey, he was Steven NJ. So just remember that.
And he
Put some
kept
respect on that name.
NJ in his handle. So I know one day Steven's going to come. Look, he came back for the weekend. Can't escape it.
Yeah, well,
He will be back in Jersey.
Jersey brings all of us back home eventually. You know, you can only get so far.
I mean, I never left, but yeah, it brings me back home every single day.
Yeah. So Jimmy, what was your little weekend recap? What'd you do this weekend/week?
I'm going to skip the weekend recap, and I'm going to talk about something that's
spicy.
happening right now when people are listening to the podcast
Yes.
on Friday.
Uh-oh.
Right now, I am at my childhood best friend, Damiano's wedding.
Wow. Black Friday wedding.
Black Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What time's the wedding?
I don't know. I have to go over his house at like 11, and then I think the actual wedding's at like 2 in the afternoon, maybe 4. I don't know.
A Black Friday wedding.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you can't even go shopping. You have a wedding.
Is it at Target?
Oh,
I'm
that's
kidding.
why we got Cyber Monday.
Oh.
I'm celebrating only Cyber
Yeah,
Monday
but
this
you
year.
got no doorbusters on Cyber Monday.
Yeah, but-
you got to bust down some doors on Friday.
People don't bust down doors anymore. That's the problem.
That's true. Yeah, we used to line up and like bust down doors at 4 a.m. Nowadays, it's like I don't even know what the schedule is.
There is no schedule.
I saw a girl on TikTok, and she was just going off about how Black Friday's not the same. And
It's not.
I told somebody this a
It's
few
a
months
problem.
back. When we were in high school,
We need the mayhem.
we would go to Clark Target on
Thanksgiving Eve. Thanksgiving
on
night.
Central Ave, and we would camp out. I remember the first time I went with you guys, I was probably 16. It was raining out the whole night.
Yep. And we were out there in the rain.
Me and Nathan walked to White Diamond,
Yep.
and it was a special night. People raged through the doors. They stormed the doors.
I think it opened at 4 a.m. back then.
They stormed the gates. And then I remember we went to Guitar Center, and then I fell asleep on the way home.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a great Black Friday experience.
Those were the memories as a teenager I'll never forget.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me sad that teenagers nowadays can't experience that. I didn't even buy stuff half the time.
Well, I think also...
I bought some TVs here and there, but there were some years where I just went to hang out because you get to spend all night up with your best friends out in the freezing cold, freeze together in pain, and bust down some doors at 4 a.m., bro, with a bunch of other crazy people. It doesn't get any better than that.
Can I ask this? Do you feel like there's been a vibe shift around sales?
How so?
I feel like, well, with like Temu and all these online shops, the world has gotten cheaper.
Yeah.
Because we're getting stuff from China now, and
Yeah.
things have gotten generally cheaper. Laptops got significantly cheaper in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
You can get a $150 laptop right now on Amazon.
It's pretty banging.
You know, you can go and get a TV for $120.
And that's why, I think Black Friday doesn't have the same kind of
doesn't,
spark.
because
Online sales have ruined it.
the world has gotten cheaper. Like, what would be a sale worth going out 4 a.m. for? Everything's already getting kind of cheap.
The TV sales used to be crazy.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you could find still some cheap TVs all through. There's still sales. There are.
I did get a TV at that Black Friday we went.
Yeah, I think we all got
it was
TVs.
$150, probably regularly like $300 maybe.
No, they were like, we got like $200 TVs that were normally like $800. Like they
Oh,
were
really?
crazy.
Was it like that?
That's why we used to do it.
Okay.
Nowadays, it's like, I don't think it's that big anymore, but like we always walked out there with 55-inch TVs, bro. Brought it right back to the crib. It was an awesome day.
One thing I think about frequently is when none other than Biggie Smalls said 50-inch screen, money green leather sofa. At that point in time, a 50-inch screen was a flex.
It was.
And now it's like 50 inches at Walmart. You're spending $99. You got yourself a 50-inch flat
Yeah, the
screen TV.
55-incher in my living room, I was just looking at it the other day. I was like, this is too small.
Yeah.
Let's get an 85-inch at least.
85.
At least.
Yes,
I have
bro.
a 60-inch. That's pushing it. So 65 actually. But hey, it's great to think about how things have gotten cheaper. The world's getting cheaper. Black Friday's
yes.
not the same. But I miss a world.
I mean, there's a lot of things that are more expensive
But
now,
also,
obviously.
we were 18, 17, 16 at that time ish. And we had no money. And now we're adults with money. So maybe we see it differently. We're like,
I had money back then. Now I don't have money.
oh, you were a YouTube millionaire.
That's
I
why I
forget.
just went crazy on Black Friday.
True. That's right. I forget that sometimes, but
What's
All
crazy
right.
was with Jimmy's weekend recap, he like did a future weekend recap. Kind of. That's kind of nuts. I don't think it's ever been done before on this podcast.
That's a first on the podcast for sure.
I can talk about how it really went next week.
Do you think that's going to be a good wedding? Like on a scale of like 1 to 10, what are you predicting the wedding to be at?
I think it has to be a 10.
No, you can be honest.
Looks like it's a really nice venue.
Like I think an 8, a 7 to 8 is a really good wedding, Jim. A 10 is like it's up there.
Well, it hasn't happened yet, so why would I?
I want you to predict so next week you can see if your prediction was true.
Why?
You're already
why would
predicting the
I
future.
make it go less than 10?
So you're just
I
predicting
want to
a
have
10.
a bad time. What are you saying?
No, an 8 is a great wedding.
Okay, I hope that's somewhere between an 8 and a 10.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. Jeez,
You guys
fired him up.
Like trying to catch me in a.
Gosh,
You
no,
guys
I'm
should
not.
just hug.
A pizza rating of an 8.2 is amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, whatever. I hope Damiano has
I
a great
hate
wedding.
how Dave Portnoy's become the scale for everything in life.
It really has.
An 82 in high school stinks. That's a B minus.
Well, you can't compare it to a grade, Josh.
Well, that's what we've always compared it to. An 8.2 is great. No, in high school, you're taking that to your mom. She'd be like, you didn't work hard enough. Get an A.
You
next
can't
time."
compare pizza to grades, Josh.
Yeah, but I'm saying the scale by which we rate anything in life shouldn't be Dave Portnoy's pizza scale. It
Well,
should be.
It kind of makes sense. Like, you can't rate something at 10 because there's always going to be something better.
No, just get better. I don't know what to say to that.
Because if you rate something at 10, that means there's nothing that could top that.
But no, but that would say there's no hierarchy in the world. I reject that premise.
But if it's a scale of 1 to 10, you can't break the laws of the scale and say, "Oh, I'm going to add an 11."
Of course
today.
you can. It's a perfect score.
It depends. Well, Dave Portnoy's pizza scale, that's his scale. He invented that. It depends on what scale
I'm
we're
saying
talking
it's
about.
a stupid scale. I'm saying you should be able to give something a 10. And then you could just say, hey, this is also a 10. It's another great one.
I don't know. It depends on what we're talking about. Also, I've never rated a wedding before.
There can't only be one top spot on a wedding. It's like, oh, this is a 10 of 10 wedding.
How many 10 out of 10 weddings have you been to? You don't have to mention names, but like off the top of your head, how many would you say is a 10 out of 10 truly?
I don't know off the top of my head all the weddings I've been to, but.
Would you say like at least 2?
I can think of 2.
2? Right,
Yep.
you have 2.
Okay. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I'd have to really think.
You can't count your own wedding.
Well, that's 10 of 10 forever. All right, so let's get into the mailbag here. Jimmy, you were thinking of my wedding as one of the 2, 10 of 10s.
Right?
I'll tell you the other one.
Oh, you were thinking of my wedding?
I'll tell you the other one.
Oh, I know he was not.
Jimmy,
You're lying.
Jimmy, you don't have to.
You're such a
you
liar.
Can be honest. You can be honest.
I'm going to name one of my 10 out of 10 weddings.
Okay.
And I'm going to explain why. My friend Charlie and my friend Gabby, they got married in Wakchung Reservation at some barn. I think they spent like $300 to rent the venue, and they had Chick-fil-A catering.
That's a doorbuster right there.
And they didn't even have enough seats for everyone. But it was such a good time.
It's all about the
It
memories.
was so good.
All right.
And wait, was
So-
Josh your number 2?
He doesn't want to say. Okay, let's get into the mailbag. Josh, if people want to call the mailbag, what's the number that they can call?
Yes, we have so many mailbags, and we appreciate you guys calling in. If you want to call into the mailbag, we'd love to hear from you. The number is
908 67 99 99 3.
Hey guys, Brendan here, your in-house wildlife biologist. I just wanted to call about the whole beaver debacle. So to just give a basic beaver
Big
biology
topic.
lesson, they build dams with fallen trees that they fell and pack them together with mud to, like Jimmy said, they don't like the sound of running water, but also to create a habitat suitable for their lodge, and then also to dam it up so they could kind of preserve the food, the fish and the crayfish and everything in there, so that they can get them and they're not going over, keep going downstream. And then with their lodge, it's going to be like anywhere in the body of water, and they just mound up a bunch of sticks and make like pack it with mud again, and then they make a big area inside it that holds a pocket of air, so they'll swim down and go in through it, essentially through the bottom, and then they come up into that pocket of air to hang out. And you cannot hunt beavers. You can trap them in the seat, and it's like rigorous. You got to apply for a permit, and you can only trap a few a year if you are actually awarded the permit. And they use their tail as they'll slap it on the water as like a territorial thing to basically be like, get away. So that guy was probably just way too close to him. Hope to see you guys at the farm this year, and wish all you guys a happy Thanksgiving. Talk to you later.
Brendan. Thank you.
Beaver Facts with Brendan.
So one thing you said there that kind of struck me. You can't hunt beavers, but you can trap them.
Yep.
Yeah.
But isn't trapping a form of hunting?
But you're not killing it when you're trapping it.
Well,
I
think eventually you kill it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think it's
Some people it's like fishing. You catch a fish and release it.
Well, that's
It's
why
not
they
catch and release beaver.
that's why they say fur trappers.
Well, a lot of people trap squirrels in their backyards just to bring them to the other side of town.
no, I think this is actually like laying a trap. Like people used to use bear traps.
Oh, where like clamps on their heads.
Let's see, a beaver trap.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah, there you go. They're like they clamp.
Oh, so just like what chokes
Oh,
them?
wow. No, I think it gets on like their foot, right?
I think it'd be for their foot. Yeah.
Then what's the difference?
Between what?
Hunting and trapping.
Well, that's just the bureaucracy of New Jersey, I guess.
So do we have an answer?
I guess shooting it might be more inhumane. Some would say.
No, I would think shooting would be more humane.
That's what I
you're
would.
shooting it. You're putting it out of its misery.
I'm steel manning the other side's perspective.
Brendan, we're gonna need some more facts if you
okay.
want to call in again.
Is hunting because like you set a trap, you don't set a gun, right?
You're
You
still
set a
gonna
trap and you
kill
walk
it.
away.
I think. Ask that question again. I'm trying to understand.
Right. So like, is it trapping not considered hunting because you set a trap and you walk away? There's no like, I guess there's skill behind like where you put your trap, but
Yeah, because maybe if you're like using a gun hunting, you're gonna kill so many more than the skill of
I don't know.
trapping it.
Okay, so here you go. I asked ChatGPT because when in doubt, the experts on the Garden State got to go to
Always,
the true expert,
always.
the Megamind, the server. Why is trapping beavers illegal but hunting isn't in New Jersey? So in New Jersey, beaver management is conducted exclusively through regulated trapping, with hunting not permitted. This approach is due to several factors. Effective population control, we could have figured that. Safety considerations, it says beavers inhabit aquatic environments such as rivers, streams, and wetlands, often located near human developments. Permitting hunting in these areas could pose safety risks to the public.
Makes sense.
I don't know. I'm not totally convinced. Animal welfare. Modern trapping techniques, when properly implemented, can be more humane and selective compared to hunting.
Interesting.
Traps are designed to minimize suffering and reduce the likelihood of
What?
injuring non-target species.
Trap is not gonna like kill it immediately though, right? Depending on where it clamps.
I feel like at the end of the day, it's dying. It's going to die.
Yeah, but it's like a slow death compared to an immediate death.
I'd rather get shot. I'm just going to say
100% I'd rather get shot. What's the fourth one?
Regulatory framework. So New Jersey's wildlife management policies are structured to utilize trapping as the primary tool for beaver population control. This framework includes specific trapping seasons, permit requirements, and regulations to ensure sustainable and ethical practices. So listen, that's the case.
Today I learned. That's a fact I didn't know.
Yeah.
But also I was amazed in the call thinking about it. How the heck does a beaver build a lodge?
It's amazing.
Where there's like a breathing space of air where they keep the water out. How do they build that?
Well, they make a mound in the middle and then they build a hut over the top. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
They're like one of the coolest animals ever. Like you couldn't do that if you tried.
I could. Yeah, I could.
Well,
Better than a beaver.
Probably not.
Maybe
But
not.
Thank you, Brendan, for the call. We always appreciate your facts.
Yeah, Brendan, appreciate it. We're going to be stopping by the Christmas tree farm for those listening. Brendan's family has a
I
farm
hope.
up in Blairstown, New Jersey.
Yes, we made a video about it last year, and I can't wait to go visit again because he has the sickest Christmas tree farm. What's the name of it so we can shout it out to all our listeners who want a Christmas tree?
Glenview Farm.
Yes, check out Glenview Farm.
If you want a real Christmas tree this year. All right, let's go to another call. We got a few more. I want to get rolling on this. Here
Let's
we
go.
Hi, Garden State. This is Luna from up in Clifton, New Jersey. And anyways, I was driving home today, had the radio on in the car, and noticed that 106.7 switched over to All Christmas. So I wanted to ask you guys, when do you think it's appropriate to start listening to Christmas music? What are your guys' thoughts? And also, what radio station do y'all have as presets in your car?
Ooh.
Anyways, love the pod, love what you do. Bye, Josh, Jimmy, and Jordan, and whoever's there.
Wow.
And Jordan.
He's here.
Steven.
Thank you so much, Luna, for the call.
Good question. So,
That's a great question.
What station is Delilah?
That's 106.7.
Is it?
Yeah, that's
So
Christmas
I think
station.
that's a good station. She gets real deep. Maybe I said this last year, but Delilah gets weirdly deep. It's like you can never listen to
No.
her, and it's just like, hey, Delilah, great music. It's always like, Delilah, last week, my ex-girlfriend is pregnant with my old brother's child, and I don't know how to handle it. And she's like, wow.
That child is a gift from God.
It's moments like these where we realize family is everything.
My question is, where does Delilah go during the rest of the year? Does she have a show still?
She does. Delilah's on the radio year round, but she has a special Christmas presence to her.
Yeah. And then my next question is, who's going to replace her one day?
I think the Garden State. We're gunning for Delilah's spot. That's the goal here.
Can you give us some advice, Soba?
Well, I was thinking we should have a New Jersey advice column where people can call in and ask. But Delilah attracts, it's like, I'm thinking about getting engaged. I bought a ring. And it's like behind it's playing like Christmas shoes, this instrumental.
People are crying
like,
listening to Delilah.
She just has a motherly sort of presence. She's like, oh, Christian, thank you for calling in. I remember my engagement. You're like, oh, Delilah, so sentimental all the time. No, but I think 106.7 is a good.
When do you think is a good time to answer Luna's question? Like, when do you think is the best time to start listening to Christmas music?
I started really early this year. I started like last week.
Bro, to be honest, I usually start early. I haven't yet. And thank you, Luna, for calling. I didn't even realize I should know that tomorrow's Thanksgiving, that 106.7 changed over already. But now I'm going to, make it one of the settings on my radio because it's not during the year. So I'm going to start listening to Christmas music today. Thank you, Luna.
So regularly, when I was in college, all I listened to in the car was radio.
Okay.
Like AM radio, like a real man, AM radio only, no FM.
Okay.
Then podcasts really got popular, and I only listen to podcasts now. So I don't listen to the radio ever.
But now
ever.
for Christmas season, will you hit 106.7?
No, I'll just put on Spotify. Put on like.
Oh, but then you don't get Delilah.
I think I'll be all right.
Now you don't want
Do you think she has a podcast?
She probably does somewhere.
What does Delilah look like? You ever wonder that with radio?
I actually
people?
never saw.
I do. It always disappoints me.
Do you remember when we went on 101? That's why we went on 101.5.
That's
No,
exactly.
like you just have like a
That's
picture in your
Delilah.
head of what someone looks like.
That's
and they don't
exactly
look
what
like
I
it.
pictured her
No.
to look like.
She does look like how she sounds.
Okay, one of us has to call into Delilah with a made-up story.
Dude, I would love to get through. She's probably the phone lines are probably so packed.
So, but we all know that you're the best
say-
at this. So
If we can get the number, I'm going to call in. I'm gonna ask for relationship advice. All right, let's get to another mailbag here. We're really steamrolling along.
Wait, think one more thing. Luna, she asked what stations we have presets on. So you don't listen to radio. Jimmy, do you listen to the radio or no?
No, I don't have any presets anymore.
Oh, you guys are so young. I have a 101.9 set in I listen to the Fan every single day, sports talk radio, or 660 AM, like a real man, like Josh said.
Chomak, remember like a few weeks ago you were in my car and you asked to put on the radio?
Yep.
And it was the Fan?
Yep.
And you were like, what, have you not listened to the radio since the last time?
Yeah, it was like 2 months
6
apart.
months
I was in Jimmy's car and it was still set onto the Fan. And I was like, do you not listen to the radio? I was like, no.
I used to love New York radio because Jersey gets some good stations. Now it just makes me sick. I don't know how people listen to the radio.
It's like listening to a podcast. It's like listening.
It's
like
nonstop
commercials.
It's like 80% commercials, and then it's just like person. And the thing with podcasts is you're getting actual personalities of people. The radio is like, "What's up? It's me, Mikey Mike. Oh, he's calling in. The Yankees suck. Let's fire the manager." I can't do it. Like, just give me like a regular human being.
That's like 101.5. The 101. The only reason I listen to 101.9 is because it's actually like it's fun. The guys talking sports and it's cool. Like 101.5, I can't listen to that because that's what that sounds like. And also, coming back to like the ads thing, remember when we were on 101.5, how long those ad breaks were where we just had to wait?
Yeah, we did go on 101.5, and
the best part was doing our own ad reads.
I will say, being on the radio is a lot of fun.
It was cool.
And the ad breaks are crazy when you actually see them lined up. There's so many ad breaks.
But then me and Josh got to read a few, and that was the coolest part.
It was fun. I like being on the radio. I just think when I drive, maybe I've just hacked my brain to the endorphin max, and I just don't want to listen to ads.
Well, what's nice also about podcasts, you have full control of what you're listening to.
Yeah,
when radio, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
You don't know what topics they're going to talk about. But yeah, 101.9, that's my station. But I'm going to set 106.7 now. Thank you, Luna, for the call.
All right.
Next call.
Let's do another one here.
Hey, it's Tommy from Mattawan. I was just listening to the latest episode, and Josh, you're talking about model trains. You guys got to go check out Northlands in Flemington, New Jersey. It's apparently the world's largest miniature train museum. It is out of this world, Josh. You're going to love it. My wife took me there for my birthday, and we go inside. The cashier tells me, oh, you might want to use the bathroom. It's a mile walk. And I said, mile walk? What, are we going outside? She said, nope, it's inside. It is so huge. They got some exhibits that are 3 stories high. Please go and talk about it on the podcast and say what you think about it. All right. Bye.
Thank you, Tommy.
Great call, Tommy. So I got a message this week from another gentleman saying the same thing, that we have to check out the model train museum in Flemington. I've driven past it a million times.
I've seen photos, but I've never been.
I'm pretty sure I was there as a child with my grandfather.
Really? What was your memory of it?
I just remember it.
Do you remember it being like massive?
Yeah, I mean, I was probably like 3 years old, but
like looking at photos,
I vaguely remember being there.
Wait a second. This is the world's largest miniature wonderland.
Yeah. You didn't know?
306,000 hours of construction time.
Jeez.
Holy
Scroll
cow.
down. There's the photos.
Wow, this place.
Okay, and also, Josh, for some reason, when I saw photos, I thought it was for kids. Tommy's wife took him there for his birthday.
That's really
so I guess
cool.
it's like, maybe it's not a kids thing. Maybe it's like adults who like that stuff too.
Well, it's just a man thing. You get into trains. I told you last week, I never understood the train thing. I got a train.
Guys, I went over to Sobo's house this week and he showed me the train.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
It's a cool train. All right, Tommy, great suggestion to the listeners if you're looking for something to
Tell Shelby
do.
for Christmas, hey, get you a little gift card to Northlands.
The Northlands Flemington Train Museum.
You got to go now.
It looks really cool. All right, do you have time for one more?
Yep.
Hello, this is Jesse from the Jersey Shore. I'm looking for some Jersey road trip ideas for the family. My oldest child is a teenager and the youngest is a toddler, with a few in between. I'm wondering what the team from the podcast would recommend as a couple good places to put on our list and check out some upcoming weekends. Long live the Garden State.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jesse.
Great call from Jesse at the Jersey Shore.
He wants to know what the teens on the podcast would recommend.
It's a good...
what an honor.
It's an honor. So like he said, a New Jersey road trip. I'm assuming that could encompass a lot of things. It could encompass Northlands trains, like we just talked about. It could be
That's
nature.
actually great for the kids.
That'd be a cool... I don't know. Teenagers might not be into the trades.
You don't think so?
Maybe not.
But like Tommy's an adult. He loved the place. It's so big that it actually might be pretty cool.
So like younger kids, well, I think that's the Valley. The teenagers, they're too cool for trains. And then you become an adult and you're like, trains are kind of cool.
Come back into it.
Kids, we have lots of good zoos. Turtleback Zoo, Cape May Zoo, the Camden Aquarium, lots of fun,
Yeah.
fairly affordable fun for the younger ones. But let's talk for a second. If you're a dad and you want to be an all-star for your teenage son, you want to take him somewhere that's so cool, he's going to be like, Dad, you're the coolest, which is every dad's goal, right? You want to be the man. Jimmy, I know you have up your sleeve some really cool Jersey locations. I know you've got a few, fun ones. I'll say, I'm going to pass it to Jimmy for a second. I want to see on the spot what he comes up with.
I don't know. I'm going to say all like Barnegat Lighthouse.
Cool.
So you're
High Point.
I'd say High Point, the highest point in New Jersey.
It's a beautiful spot.
You can
it's a beautiful
see 3
state park.
states.
Yeah, Jesse, if you're looking for a road trip, that's going to from the shore. It'll be probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, but
it's worth it.
High Point, New Jersey. Go see the obelisk. Mm-hmm. Climb to the top with your kids.
Dedicated to the glory and honor of all
New Jersey veterans.
Veterans from all wars.
Excellent. Yeah, it's a cool thing to see. It's one of those things that you don't realize it's in New Jersey until you go see it. And you're like, wow, that's pretty cool. Josh, what do you think?
I would say if he doesn't want to head up north, 2 different areas, he could actually stay along the Jersey Shore, and he can go to like Twin Lights. He can go to Sandy Hook area, Highlands. Like there's a lot of cool like historical things in that area to check out. Also, Sandy Hook is awesome. But it is this time of year, so it's kind of cold. But if you want to go maybe to the other side of the state near the Delaware River Water Gap, a lot of areas to hike. Jimmy, what's that one town I really like? It starts with an M.
Lambertville?
Lambertville.
That does not start looking at M. But
It's whatever. Lambertville is a really cool town. It's along the Delaware River and lots of cool areas to hike around there and a lot of beautiful locations. I don't know. I'm trying to think like this time of year. Is it more like indoor type of things?
Summertime, I mean, there's a lot you could do. It's hard this time of year. As far as activities, teenagers are hard. I think of like paid things, like the largest indoor go-kart track in Edison. Like that sounds fun. But if you're doing a road trip, I think High Point's cool. I mean, the shore's got a lot of fun stuff. He's at the shore though, so he probably knows about that stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe the USS New Jersey. Where's that located, Jimmy?
That's in Camden.
Go down and see a battleship if your kids are into that sort of thing. Maybe this is a boring list. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we need to come up with a better list. Or are we just boring people?
Maybe. Maybe we're just getting older.
I'm just trying to think of like places in Central Jersey, and like I just golf, so I just know golf courses.
Okay, you want to hook your teenager in for a really fun road trip? Go get a Weird New Jersey magazine and and spend like a Friday night driving to all those spots.
Yeah,
and your kid will be into it. Go to what's the road?
Gravity Hill.
No,
Clinton Road.
Clinton Road.
Yeah,
go to Clinton Road. The Devil's Tree.
I haven't been to Devil's Tree in years.
The Albino Village. I don't know if that's
Devil's
even a thing.
Tree's still there. It's still up and kicking it.
Yeah. Like if you do that, if you get the book and you go, okay, we're gonna go check out this stuff. We're gonna see if any of it's real or not. I think your teenager's gonna be like, this
Gates
is
of
awesome.
Hell.
Where is that?
It's in Clifton. Tunnel? It's the drain in Clifton.
You can go to Roseville Tunnel.
So they're restoring that now, though.
Yeah, is it closed?
I think that they're putting the train line through there again.
There was another weird New Jersey spot. It's pretty cool, but they're putting a train line there.
What is the giant sculpture, Jimmy?
The giant
Big Rusty.
Big Rusty, yeah.
Yeah, that's another cool one, Jesse. Take your kid to see look up Big Rusty sculpture. It's a massive robot sculpture in the middle of the woods.
It's a Rusty.
In the middle of the woods? Where is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's in a wooded area. It's in Hainesport.
Cool. All right, so that's an extensive list.
We gave him a lot of options.
Yeah, he could pick what he likes.
Google all that and then pick your favorite spot, and then you guys have a fun time as a family road tripping throughout New Jersey. Have a fun time, man.
Cool. All right, let's get into some news here. We have had the longest intro in human history here at 33 minutes.
You count the mailbag as intro?
Yeah, I feel like
our intro was quick today. We covered like 4 mailbags.
Yeah. Usually at this point when we're getting the stories, I feel like we're at like the 22-minute mark. What do you think? Does that sound right?
Depends.
Okay.
Those are the short podcasts. Those are like the 50-minute ones. Those are the
so
two
we're going
short
for
ones.
an hour here.
I've been going for an hour the past 144 weeks.
I like it. Okay.
It's just very warm in the studio today.
Yeah.
Why did you bring it up?
It is warm. All right. Let's do the news here. We got a good lineup. Starting with our first story, the World Cup is coming to New Jersey. Have you guys heard the news? With the World Cup set to come to New Jersey, state representatives are saying the state needs millions for security.
They need millions of dollars to keep everyone safe.
Yeah. So this is it's going to cost a lot of money to make this happen.
Doesn't FIFA have billions of dollars, Josh? Can't they just Spend a few mil on security.
Well, I think the point is you're courting the FIFA as a visitor, so you really want to win the business because it's supposed to be good for the state. But what I'm questioning is
a mess.
Is the amount the state's going to invest to make this happen going to outweigh the financial benefit of like the businesses that'll be impacted in a positive way? Because we're changing NJ Transit, we got to put money into security. Maybe not. I don't know the numbers. I'd love to see them. But so this is New Jersey Rep Josh Gottheimer. And he says he's asking Congress for tens of millions of dollars in security funding to protect the state as it prepares for an influx of about 1 million people for their 2026 FIFA World Cup, warning that a massive chaotic brawl during this summer's Copa America semifinals in Miami drives home the need to take preparations seriously.
Those videos look like out of a third world country, which I couldn't believe was Miami.
Well, the World Cup brings a bunch of third world countries together. Is that offensive to say?
But still, those were mostly Americans.
Is that not the point of the World Cup? You're like, oh, it's a third world, but that's like we're having third world nations compete in soccer.
I know that's great, but I was saying their actions. It was people climbing through vents and fighting outside to get into the stadium.
Crazy over soccer.
It was madness, and I think that really opened up everyone's eyes, being like, wow, we can't have this happen during the World Cup.
Yeah.
We need some security or do something. These people are crazy.
Yeah, so the Democratic Congress members lettered to the House and to Senate Appropriations Committees this past week, pushes the case for the funding that Gottheimer, a member of the House Parliament, Select Committee on Intelligence, previously said he'd seek through legislation he would sponsor. He's looking for $625 million for security.
$625
and related concerns at the 16 cities hosting World Cup games, including $65 million for New Jersey. Obviously, he's asking for federal relief because we don't have the 16 cities aren't all in New Jersey. This is a national thing. But of that $625 million, $65 million will go to New Jersey, where 8 games will be played at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. So he said, our security is not a ball we kick down the field until it's too late. Gottheimer said, man, we got to get these guys. You guys got to get a new job. The jokes are not necessary. But he said we have to be vigilant. We have to make sure that law enforcement at every level has the tools that they need. So he's worried about bombs. He's worried about tactical response teams. He wants police escorts, road closures, transit safety, and other measures. The federal funding would also subsidize local transit improvements and wages for local police. So,
I hope the World Cup is safe. I hope there's no chaos. I hope that traffic is taken care of. But like, is it going to cost us $65 million to actually get that done?
Federally, yeah, out of the federal budget. But Gottheimer said the state has already spent about $40 million to prepare MetLife Stadium, but that cost, the costs are only mounting. So it sounds like there's more to do. Many users of the state's New Jersey transit system have expressed skepticism that it can handle an event of the World Cup's magnitude. If you guys remember, we had discussed they were going to put a whole new transit, like a tram car system in.
Yeah, like I don't know if that's going to be done by
I don't think
2026. So. I don't know.
But so there again, the article goes back to talking about Copa America. Police arrested 27 people and ejected 53, according to the Associated Press. And at least one woman was seriously injured. So what do you guys think about the FIFA World Cup coming to New Jersey? Do you think this is a good thing? Will the state see enough money out of this that it's beneficial? Or is it just a glory project?
I mean, have you ever been to a soccer game?
No.
Yeah, they're insane. And so you take insane and multiply it by 20 for the World Cup.
Yeah.
It's crazy. People worship soccer. So, yes, I think this will be the craziest event at MetLife Stadium compared to like a football game or like your average friendly soccer game. Like we went for like Argentina, Brazil. That was crazy. And it was just like a friendly match. You got to think World Cup. Everyone's going to lose their minds. So that's my take on it. I think we do need to up our security and make sure everything is safe. Because also think about how many people are coming in from Manhattan. How many people are coming in to stay in this area? The traffic is going to be out of this world. You don't want to drive anywhere near there.
Can I just say, it is kind of amazing that you could have any soccer field in the world and you choose MetLife Stadium.
No, it's an honor.
I love New Jersey, but I don't get that one. Just to be honest.
Well, because it's New York. That's why they're promoting it as New York.
Then New York City needs to build a stadium. I'm so sick of this.
They're never gonna.
They need to go to.
We're
why didn't they do it
screwed.
at City Field and turn City Field into a soccer field? That's a huge stadium. They could probably fit 70,000 people in there if they put field seating.
And still MetLife, you can go 85, 90.
Yeah, but
also for World Cup, they're not going to play in a baseball stadium. It's a World Cup.
That's true.
It's going to look terrible.
That's true, but I just to me it's.
How about Long Island? Put a stadium
but you gotta
out
think,
there.
right? Like it's a big win for the state to have these New York teams playing in New Jersey, even though they're called New York and they should be called New Jersey.
That doesn't bother me. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, why does New York not have a stadium?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
space.
It's a big win for us.
Of course, it's a big one, but I'm saying, why does New York City not have a stadium in New York City? I get the real estate's expensive, but
We're going to have Central Park. But where in New York City are you going to put a stadium? Where's the space?
It is totally a win for New Jersey. We need more funding, so it could be a win. We could have riots in our state. It could be a win. I think you're right, Jimmy, on the Jets and the Giants, on the, former Nets. The Devils, which is a New Jersey team, so that doesn't count. But I think you're right. It is definitely a win. But when I look at, we used to have a soccer field in Manhattan on the Upper West Side. The Polo Grounds? And that was like the most famous soccer field in the world.
What happened to it? Did they knock it down?
It's like apartments now. I think they knocked
it down. Of course, yes.
But it used to be, look up the Polo Grounds.
I mean, it's either happening in the Meadowlands or you're building something in Long Island. And who wants to go out to Long Island?
Look up the Polo Grounds in New York City. In Manhattan, there is a stadium.
That's beautiful.
How cool is that? And they used to play major soccer games on it. I think it was the Polo Grounds.
Where was that in the city? Like how far up?
I think it was near, let's see. It's like way upper west. 5th Ave, 110th.
But that's not the size of like a MetLife, right? That looks smaller.
Probably not. I mean, that Polo Grounds seating. So in 1923, 55,000 people could sit in it.
Okay, so like half a MetLife. Wow.
MetLife.
Half a MetLife. It's too hot in here.
It is too hot in here.
That's crazy. All right, let's keep moving. Jimmy, you make a good point. It is a win for New Jersey. This will be a win. I think we're going to make money off of it.
If you got to connect and the hookup, hey, Josh, here's some World Cup tickets. You going?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to get it with Garden State.
I'm trying to go in a box.
Dude, I would love to do some on-field reporting, talk to Messi a bit, We could do some big things with the Garden State. We just need one person listening to hook it up. There's got to be that one person.
New Jersey Transit is the absolute worst.
Oh, that too, yeah.
That's your solution. Frank the Tank could get us tickets. Barstool Sports.
He's probably looking for a ticket.
All
Do
right.
you think Frank watches soccer?
No, I don't think he
Absolutely
cares.
not.
Let's keep it moving here. While on the topic of things moving around, happening in the Garden State, outdoor dining is here to stay in New Jersey. Governor Murphy has codified pandemic rulings for restaurants.
I'm stoked about this.
You like this one? You like the outdoor
Who
dining?
Who doesn't like outdoor dining? I think it's brilliant.
I'd always rather eat outside.
Yeah, right? The only downside is like if you're driving through some of these town centers that are too tight. Like I was driving down Westfield the other day and like there was half a street taken by outdoor dining. I don't mind it, but like there was just so much more traffic because of it. And the parking became a little more stressful. But other than that, I could park far away. It's cool. I want to eat outside.
I like those curbside seats that popped up in like New York and Philly.
Well, did you hear New York? Because the deadline for these COVID rules is the end of November. New York is cutting it.
Really?
Yeah, New York is getting rid of outdoor dining, bro.
Because some of those turned it really nice, like structures and like the parking spaces and stuff.
Oh, yeah, you can say bye to those in New York.
No
but Jersey,
way. That's
Jersey,
crazy.
we're keeping it, which is great.
I didn't like it in New York.
Really?
I thought it just looked dirty. Like, clean it up.
Some of them, it was
go
nice.
back in the restaurant. Like,
It was nice seeing everyone
We
outside.
got a bunch of pallets making a restaurant outside. This looks goofy. Clean it up.
It
Steve, what do you
depends
think?
on-
Did you
some of
like
them
that?
looks nice.
Did you like the restaurants on the sidewalk? Did you eat in them? What? Could you eat in them? Like, did you ever eat in them?
I always, every time I'm in the
Steve
city,
lives
I
in New
do
York
it.
for
I
the
think
listeners.
it's great.
Okay.
That is true. You're not waiting for a table as long.
Yeah, I guess. I think like New York just looks like a disaster everywhere I go. I'm like, just clean it up. If you're gonna do that, fine.
I
But
mean,
like,
there's some
make it look nice.
A lot of these restaurants keep it clean.
Yeah, I guess. I'm becoming an old man. I think that the downtown stuff, like my town closes off a block. It's really fun in the summertime. People got restaurants have cornhole out, but I don't like in other towns where it's like you mentioned. There's just tons of traffic as a result. Like if the town's gonna do it, they got to do it well. Figure out the traffic situation.
Yeah.
But I will agree, like, I think sitting outside is really nice.
I'm stoked we're keeping it. So this is a huge win for New Jersey.
Outdoor dining is here to stay. Governor Phil Murphy on Monday signed into law a bill that makes COVID-era outdoor dining permissions permanent for restaurants, breweries, and other food businesses. That was like a Dr. Seuss tongue twister. Outdoor dining has proven to be an incredibly successful venture over the past 4 years, benefiting business owners and patrons alike. Murphy said in a press release, "I'm proud to continue this popular measure and look forward to seeing our restaurant industry continue to grow." So the bill, which is S3608, passed the state legislature with unanimous support on October 25th. So what does this mean? It means outdoor equipment such as tents, canopies, umbrellas, tables, and chairs for outdoor dining are going to be allowed. Food businesses were allowed to use these items under a temporary license first granted in February 21, though those permissions were set to expire on November 30th. So if you
I didn't even realize that until I read this article. Like, I didn't know that there was like an expiration date. I thought like they were just cool with leaving all this stuff out. I didn't know it was like going to expire.
It's kind of crazy that it's even just eat outside.
I know.
Just put a table outside.
Everything's political, Josh.
So, yeah, I guess there's not much to be said here. I don't think this is a controversial article. I think most people will be happy this is happening.
Mm-hmm. This is bipartisan.
It's bipartisan. Total agreement.
I mean, I'm just happy that they didn't take the same route as New York City is. Like, I don't know why the city's getting rid of them, but I guess to clean up the city.
Have you seen the size of rats in New York City?
Yeah, but like they're not walking right by you when you're eating your food.
But they could be attracting them, these outdoor dining establishments.
No, totally could, yeah. Thankfully, we don't have those in Jersey, and we get to keep some outdoor dining. I think it's going to be a beautiful thing moving forward for the future of New Jersey. And I love eating outside in the summertime. So
me too.
Sign me up, baby.
Awesome. All right, let's keep it moving. That was a shorty, but we can keep it rolling. On to story number 3. This is a great, happy Thanksgiving story. A New Jersey mom gave birth to a baby on the Garden State Parkway.
Wow.
That's just goals right there.
Congratulations.
Man. Imagine being that baby.
What's its name?
Well, hold on. Let's not get ahead of our skis here, Jimbo. It says, as Bruce Springsteen might sing, she was born on the GSP. What song does he say that in?
I don't know.
Does he actually say that, or are they being like
They probably
cheeky?
did. He probably did.
She was born on the GSP. Fell in love with a Jersey girl. Sha-la-la-la-la, that one. I don't think that's actually Bruce Springsteen lyrics.
So. Why did they write that?
Well, it said, as he might say, as Bruce Springsteen might sing, she was born on the GSP.
These people worship Bruce Springsteen. Seriously.
It is weird.
It's like, why we got to bring Bruce into this? He's not the king of New Jersey.
I don't hate Bruce Springsteen.
Shut up.
The Bruce obsession among the boomers is weird.
These boomers are obsessed with Bruce.
I would love to
really
see
bad.
Springsteen.
I would like to see him too.
Yeah, but you don't posters. You're not worshiping him. You're not like quoting him left and right, Jim.
So let's get into the article. A Jersey girl entered. Oh, that's the point. Jersey girl fell in love with the Jersey girl.
Still, that's a reach.
I still don't see it. A Jersey girl entered the world just north of exit 20 near Seaville on the Garden State Parkway, according to the Seaville Fire Rescue.
Big job for the boys.
The expecting couple called 911 for help on the side of the parkway around 9 p.m. on Thursday, officials said. They had been trying to make a 50-minute drive to Atlanticare Regional Medical Center, ABC 6 Philadelphia reported. Within minutes, Upper Township EMS and Seaville Fire Rescue Deputy Chief Brian Allegretto were at the scene. Mother Joanna Elswick had her feet up on the dashboard of their vehicle and was having contractions.
TMI.
They quickly realized there was no time to make it to the hospital. At 9:19 p.m. on November 21st, the baby girl made her way to freedom in the car.
That's awesome.
Once she had been born, first responders took Elswick and the girl to the hospital in an ambulance. So Father James Marsden said to, is that a celebrity, James Marsden, by the way?
It just sounds famous.
No, it is, I think. He said to 6ABC that his amazing daughter was happy and healthy. Her name is Amelia Charlotte.
Aw.
Beautiful name, beautiful daughter.
Welcome to the world, Amelia.
I will say, I have a business idea based on this story. How often do you hear babies being born in cars?
A few times a year.
I mean, we've done it like 2 stories.
It
about
happens
it.
enough to invoke fear in the public, right?
Yeah.
And what does fear do? It drives us to buy stuff. Snowblowers. How many people in Jersey have a snowblower?
I mean, so many people do.
You guys made fun of me last week for saying I want a snowblower. We get snow
What are
once
you
a
talking
year.
about?
I said
make
I want
fun of you?
Was that you guys?
No.
Why would I make fun of you?
I said I want a snowblower. You guys were like, you don't need a snowblower.
We definitely did not
Brother,
say
we're
that.
the ones telling you to buy the snowblower.
Where was that? Somebody said that to
Oh,
me.
Josh, you need to get checked or
Getting
something.
old.
So anyway, what's your product?
So my thing is, people are worried about having babies in cars. Make a baby birth kit that can go in the back of cars. Where you got rubber gloves, the scissors to cut the umbilical cord, everything you need.
Just had it
in
ready
the car.
to go.
You never know.
You never know when you're going to need a little birth kit. Baby birth kit.
That's what it's called, the baby birth kit? The
baby
BBK?
birth kit. No.
The BBK?
The baby birth, the automo baby.
I mean, how about at that point? How about add like an extension or something to the car, like so she has a comfortable place to lay.
You're so stupid. You take a good idea and you make it ridiculous.
No.
So
They
you're
said
saying
her
like,
feet were
like a gurney. We're gonna put a gurney in the car.
Her feet were spread out on the dash. You think that's comfortable?
Well, it's better than nothing. I mean,
How about like a little back seat? Like
I'm gonna say the uncomfortable part for you guys. I'm a father. You guys don't have babies yet. When a baby's born, there's fluid, there's stuff.
So how's your
what
baby?
the
How's
heck
your baby?
happens to the car after? They got to get it detailed or something.
Get rid of the car.
Like you have to get
the
rid
car
of
is done.
What I always
So
wonder
in your baby car kit or whatever you want to call it,
shop vac, a mini shop vac.
oh my god, that
No, I'm kidding. But really, like I do think like, what do they do after the baby? Like it's awesome, miracle of life, but also it's disgusting.
They keep in that car.
I can't imagine. If you know somebody that had their baby born in a car, please call them out. Like I've always wondered this. What do people do? They rip the seats out, take the rug out, and get a new rug in the car?
Bring in a team car wash.
It's not like a Jeep.
Little weekend detail.
It's got to be a little gross, but nonetheless, a miracle on the Garden State Parkway, the miracle at Exit 20.
The Miracle at Exit 20, Thanksgiving edition.
I think my baby birth kit is it's a fabulous idea.
How much would you sell that for?
It's a QVC item. It's like $39.99. The baby birth kit.
Yo, right now, one of you guys Google how many babies are born on a highway in the United States.
Not even on a highway. Here you go.
In a car in the country.
Baby car births US 2023. Fast stats, birth and natality. You know what? This might be a ChatGPT.
Yeah, it might be
About 6% of babies are born in the United States each year are born in a car.
6%.
No
6%.
Is that counting like an ambulance? Maybe.
Maybe. That's a car, technically.
I know, but like that's not what we're talking about.
Okay, hold on. This is 2011. Approximately 6,600 babies were born in the car.
Josh, that's a lot of
That
baby
figure
kits you could
represents a
sell.
small fraction of total births, considering about 59,000 Americans babies are born outside a hospital each year. 6,600 babies.
That's so many.
Is enough.
Is that that many people that can't make it to the hospital in time? I guess not.
Hold on. I'm just doing quick math. 6,600 babies divided by 365 is
a few a day.
18 babies a day, which is enough for a QVC read. Did you know 18 babies are born in a car in America each day? Okay, let's
That's
keep
a
moving here.
fun fact right there.
Congrats
I had no idea.
to Amelia Charlotte for an awesome birth story. And happy mom is healthy, baby's healthy. Go get that car cleaned out. Next story here. A wild turkey is creating havoc in South Jersey. Locals are saying, and I quote, "We love him, but he's a little bit of a jerk."
I think people are out of their minds.
Well, thankfully, yesterday was Thanksgiving, so maybe he made it, maybe he didn't.
Jimmy, that's awful.
Jimmy, you just broke the timeline. Today is not Thanksgiving. Tomorrow
Today
is
is
Thanksgiving.
Wednesday.
As of reading this article, he could be dead. We don't know.
This is what I'm saying.
So-
I'm still in the future from earlier.
This guy's been running around for 4 years now, so I don't know if he's been surviving every season.
Yeah, it says for the past 4 years, Kim Chiaccio has had what many would consider an unusual morning routine at her home along Caulfield Ave in Deptford Township. I could sit on my front porch and say, "Come on, Fred, it's breakfast time," and he'll come moseying down the driveway. Fred is a wild turkey that amassed quite a following. She says peanuts are his favorite, along with bird seed.
It's not right.
Seed?
This has to be illegal.
You can't be feeding a turkey. It's a wild animal.
We're getting rid of bird feeders in New Jersey.
Yeah, and people are feeding peanuts to turkeys.
So
here it goes right here. No person shall feed any wild turkeys on any private property.
This lady just admitted to a felony. Crazy. Couldn't be me. So it says, I know he has a couple of other names, but Tom the turkey just seems to fit. We love him, but he's a little bit of a jerk. So this turkey, he's a little bit wild. The locals seem to love him, but he also can be rude. Turkeys kind of freak me out. I wouldn't feed a turkey.
Talks about how like he's rude and stuff. You can get into that.
Yeah, sure. So it says, while his antics have gotten him some attention, his human companions hope he sticks around for a while, and they hope he doesn't end up on a Thanksgiving meal. It said, when he's feeling extra frisky, a lot of people like to say, oh, I'm going to put him on my dinner table and eat him. But we don't talk like that, said Cora.
What's going on in Deptford, bro?
I don't.
Ever been to Deptford Mall?
What's going on in our whole nation? People are so strange nowadays.
It's a wild turkey. Why are we like praising this thing? I get it's a cute and fun story, but come on. Why are we feeding peanuts to the wild turkeys?
Articles like this, out of spite, make me want to go find this turkey and eat it.
I mean,
I want the locals to be mad.
Listen, it's just like you can't be feeding. They say don't feed the geese, don't feed the pigeons, don't feed all these wild animals. Don't be feeding a turkey because, like, this turkey's causing havoc in the town for some people. It's blocking traffic and causing issues. But that's because people are feeding it peanuts and stuff.
I guess. I mean, if this is, that's not that big of a deal, though. He's being annoying, but it's not like he's murdered somebody.
I get it. Yeah, it's a cute story, and we're really getting upset here over a really cute story. But let's be real. Come on, man.
So the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection's Fish and Wildlife advises against supplemental feeding of wildlife because it is not necessary to sustain wildlife populations. So, yeah, you also kind of create a dependency.
That's why he keeps coming to her house, because he wants the peanuts.
Which, I mean, let's be honest. You're a wild turkey, you start getting peanuts from some lady.
What a treat.
That turkey has to be so happy, but not ideal. So don't feed wild animals, people at home. Don't feed a wild turkey.
As tempting as it may be,
don't
let them be wild animals.
Do you guys get a free ShopRite turkey every year? Do your parents get a free?
I think so.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing that that's a thing?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful nation we live in.
I got my first free butterball this year.
What are you going to do with it?
Well, I don't have to cook on Thanksgiving, so I'm probably just going to make it randomly. I want to try to cook a turkey. I've never made.
You're going to do it in the oven, or you're going to like cook it a different way?
In the oven. If I had like a smoker, I'd try to smoke it, but I think I'll just cook it in the oven and see how it comes out.
Dude, that's so cool.
But my mom was annoyed with me because she was like, I need extra turkey because we have like 30 people at our house tomorrow. Maybe it's like 20, I don't know.
Why don't you bring it there?
But she was like, I need extra turkey. Can you go get your free turkey and give it to me? And I'm like, yeah, there's no problem. I'm not going to make a turkey.
Yeah.
And I called her yesterday in ShopRite. I'm like, hey, I'm in ShopRite. What did you want? Just the breast or the full turkey? And she's like, I needed it like days ago. You have to defrost for like, I didn't know. You have to defrost for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a wash.
Oh, man.
But I'll use it myself.
She was like, seriously, Josh?
I said, I never made a turkey before. I have no idea how this works. I thought you just like throw it in the oven. I mean, I saw a news
article. What's your mom's
plan?
plan? Like, what's her next idea?
She just went to ShopRite and bought like thawed turkey.
Nice.
But I did see an article or a story that happened a few years back. It came up on my feed the other day about a bunch of teenagers that threw a frozen turkey off a bridge.
Oh, no.
They killed someone, right?
They killed a guy driving in a van.
Yeah.
What's wrong with these kids?
No, they said it was a prank, but I mean, that's a pretty
It's just
bad
a prank, bro.
Father of 4 died. But if you ever held a frozen turkey, it's
heavy.
It's basically just a rock.
It's a giant boulder.
It's rock solid. So, and that segues perfectly into our last story, which is about ShopRite.
Who doesn't love a good ShopRite story?
Well, we all love ShopRite. And what's your ShopRite of choice, Josh?
I'm not a big fan of the Garwood ShopRite anymore.
Yeah.
It used to be it. It used to be it. Not anymore.
Why'd it go downhill?
No specific reason, just the vibes. You know when you're walking around a supermarket and it's just like the vibes aren't there?
Yeah.
Because I'm more of a Wegmans guy.
Wegmans is cool.
Wegmans, they got the train set going.
Yeah.
That's a huge plus.
The Wegmans train set is a big plus. Yeah.
But like, no, I'm not connected to a specific ShopRite, so I can't really answer that question.
So here's what's happening at ShopRite. Here's why you guys should care about your local ShopRite. ShopRite is rolling out smart shopping carts across New Jersey.
Ooh, so kind of like the Amazon ones?
Yes.
Slowly but surely.
These look awesome, and I'm not going to lie. I'm excited for this.
It's an AI-powered shopping cart.
Yeah, it
does the work for you.
It said, thanks to an AI-powered smart cart, that's now possible. This futuristic shopping experience is now a reality in select ShopRite locations in the East Coast as the supermarket chain introduces technology designed by Instacart to save shoppers time and make grocery runs smoother than ever. The so-called Caper Carts are designed to make grocery shopping faster, smarter, and more interactive. To date, about a dozen ShopRite stores have added the carts as another option for customers, and parent company Wakefern expects more of its members to adopt the technology over the next year. So what does this cart look like? Well, we have, if you're watching the video, you'll see a photo of the cart. It has a massive screen on it.
It's basically like you put your food in the cart and it knows, right?
Yeah,
or you have
it's equipped with sensors, cameras, and built-in scales, and the cart allows customers to scan items, weigh produce, and manage their budgets in real time through an interactive touchscreen.
Amazing.
So I think this is awesome, but what I do wonder is how much revenue will ShopRite lose next year as a result? I'm sure their team has thought this through, but think about it.
Like based off like how much this company's making off of these carts, or like what do you mean revenue?
No,
because people are seeing their savings.
Yeah, because the point of the supermarket is once you're in that line, if you're spending too much, you're like, who cares, you know?
Yeah. When like you put everything in the cart, you're like, wait, that costs that much? It's coming out.
I'm wondering. I'm sure Wakefern and all these big supermarket, Amazon's implementing this. I'm sure they're very smart and they have great business analysts that have done the numbers, but I do have to wonder.
Yeah.
For me personally, sometimes I get to that register and I see the sticker shock of like, wow, it was $70 worth of food. I thought this would be like $35. Mm-hmm. If that's the case, you might be putting some things back on the shelf.
It's an interesting point. I've never thought about that side of it.
So it says when it's time to check out, there's no need to unload the groceries at the register. This is another really cool feature, especially in New Jersey where we don't have bags.
Yeah, you just walk straight to your car.
You can leave everything in. You can leave everything right in the cart. It says customers simply scan a barcode displayed on their cart screen at the self-checkout area, completing their purchase quickly and efficiently. So another question on this is how many jobs will be eliminated as grocers or
Dude, I feel
checkout
like
people?
Even nowadays, bro, I'll go to ShopRite. There's only like 3 people like working the registers. It's all like self-checkout anyway.
Yeah,
But
even Home Depot.
I don't think it'll eliminate too many jobs. Like those people just do other roles in the store. But still, it's an interesting point.
Yeah, I think this is great. I think this is a good use of the AI stuff. And any area we could make our lives more efficient. I mean, the fact that you could be budgeting on the fly, you're walking around ShopRite and going, oh, wow, $100. Okay, that's kind of what I wanted to spend today.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Let's make a prediction.
Yeah.
Do you guys think in 2026 more ShopRites are going to get, like they say it's going to come more in 2026. In reality, do you think you're going to see this in your local ShopRite?
Yeah.
I really don't think so.
I think so.
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think so.
I think so.
For some reason, it's just my gut. I just feel like it's going to take way longer than how they're saying.
Maybe.
I don't know why.
They're saying there's certain partners. I don't know if ShopRite's a franchise where certain franchisees can choose if they want to buy these cars or not.
That was my next thought.
But I have a feeling we will be seeing this. I think this is just the excitement of living in the 2020s is with AI and all the rapid technological growth. I think we're going to see some really cool stuff come along.
I think so. Like I think it's a great idea. I think it'll be awesome. But like right now, the article just says Hoboken has it, the Hoboken ShopRite. It didn't mention any other towns. So like I don't know who has it and who doesn't. But
yeah,
I don't know.
All right. Well, that's our last story of the night. Thank you everybody for listening. Josh, any closing thoughts to the listeners?
What's everyone doing for Thanksgiving? Anyone having any fun?
Going to my parents, then my in-laws. Gonna have a fun time.
So family time.
Family time. Fam jam.
Any doorbusters you're chasing after on Friday or no?
Only the ones at thegardenstate.com where we're selling merch on sale.
Oh.
And these new awesome Jersey Forever crew necks.
Yes.
Get yours today.
Our store is bumping right now.
Yeah, it's bumping.
We got brand new crew necks and also, Josh,
hats.
If people spend over $25 buying a t-shirt, a crew neck, a hoodie, or hat, they'll get a free flag.
Wow.
Ooh. Huge doorbuster right there. So free flag with anything over $25. Go to the store. Limited quantities on all the new merch. Make sure you get it because it's going to go quick.
The doors will be busted.
The doors are going to be busted, and you're supporting the movement. You're supporting the Garden State. You're keeping us here at this table week in and week out. So we appreciate everyone who stops by the store. TheGardenState.com. Check it out.
You're supporting the program.
You're supporting the program all day, every day.
I'll never forget at one of those Black Fridays way back in the day, we were in Macy's, and you said, it's a doorbuster.
I think it was the slippers I got that year.
I never thought about that term, a doorbuster. Macy's
It always
coined
blew
that.
my mind because
They
people
were
busted down
literally
doors.
making a slogan out of people breaking doors. They're going to bust the doors
The
down.
world used to be a better place, Josh.
But yeah, that's the America I want back.
Now
And I
it's
have hope.
politically incorrect to say that.
No, I want the riots back. I want Macy's flooded with crazy people for.
Let's bring it back. Let's open the stores at 4 a.m. Crazy sales.
Let's wrap a kid up with the stuff.
Easy, bro.
Awesome. All right. Well, with that, thanks everybody for listening. Have a very, very happy Thanksgiving. And we're officially heading into Christmas. So it's about to get really awesome right here in the Garden State. Thank you for listening as always. And we hope you have a wonderful holiday with your family. Don't have political discussions. Eat some good food.
Ooh.
Maybe watch the Macy's Day Parade. And enjoy yourselves. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Later.
You're listening to the Garden State. The Dirty Jers.